Good afternoon, everyone. Did you have your lunch, guys? Yeah, so I hope that you're feeling energized for the afternoon workshop and you don't feel, for example, like sleepy or you would like to take some nap. So it's not the place, okay? So it's going to be a kind of interactive session. So I need your cooperation. So there are some activities that I need you to be a part of. So I would really appreciate your cooperation, okay? So today we are here, all of us. I'm not sure whether you know me or not, guys. Do you know my name? Yes, no, okay. My name is Mansoureh Bahaduri. Okay, can you pronounce it? Mansoureh? That's it. You're perfect. Very good. Okay. So, guys, today we want to learn some tips, let's say, some insights related to how to craft your resume, how to write your cover letter, how to apply to a company or an organization after graduation or immediately at the end of this year. So, it would be good to get some insights in order to end up with a kind of well-crafted resume and the other written stuff. Okay? So our aim today will be on having a touch on resume, cover letter, email, and interview. I mean, when it comes to the interview, how we need to prepare ourselves in order to just show up a kind of masterfully and professionally, okay? So the first thing that I want to talk about is about resume. So why do we need to write a resume or kind of CV? First, I would like to clarify the difference between a resume and CV. You might know, and some others might not have any ideas. So when we are talking about resume, it's a little bit shorter than CV. CV is an extended resume, let's say. So we put more information for CV, but now we don't talk about CV or any other elements of it. We want to be focused on resume. So why we need to write a resume? First, because it's the first thing that the employer sees from us, okay? So it's the written work that you want to introduce yourself with. Definitely, it should have some elements and it should be based on the basics, let's say. So you want to introduce yourself to your prospective employers. It should be well crafted. Second one is to provide a snapshot of your career. Some of you might have some experience of volunteering or maybe helping in a kind of internship, some kind of experience. So your resume provides a kind of summary or gist of your past work. So throughout your resume, the employer can easily have access to all those information in a well formatted list, let's say, okay? Third one is about to impress your prospective employers. You want to show that you are the best fit for your job that you're applying. So it would be good to have a kind of written work to show that you are the exact person that they are looking for. And finally, to demonstrate your communication skills. When we are thinking about communication skills, the first thing that comes to our mind is the oral communication. But I want to tell you that writing a resume or submitting your resume, handing in your resume to your employer is another way of communicating through actually the written form. What does it mean? It means that you want to show off that I know how to communicate through words. Imagine that your employer hasn't seen you yet. So when you are sending your resume to that person, if it is not that effective, it is not conveying your message, what you wanted to tell that person, so definitely you won't get the job, okay? So you need to make sure that your language that you're using, the format that you're using, everything is in place and it is in line with your intention and aspiration. So now that we know this much important is a resume, it would be good to take a look at some guidelines, some basics of a resume, okay? What are those elements that it should have? Definitely, I'm sure that you have some experience of taking a look at a resume, or you yourself have written before some kind of a resume, or let's say maybe you have drafted some, okay? I'm not sure about this, but it would be good to review together. So the first thing that is so important to have in mind is that if you are, for example, a kind of undergraduate students, right now you're at third year, am I right? Yes? Okay. So it means that you haven't finished your studies. Definitely your experiences are not that much. Okay. So you can easily go with 1-page resume. It's completely fine. When you go for the 4th year or maybe after graduation, you get some experience. So you can easily add to the extension of your resume. So 1-page resume is completely fine for you right now. But if you want to have it, for example, more extensive, you can easily rely on the second page, 2-page resume. It's completely fine and it is up to you. But 1 page is not that bad. It's very good to have 1-page resume. Direct the reader's eye using layout or headings. If we put lots of information on 1 page without clearly noticing that this belongs, for example, to my education, second section goes with my career, a third one goes with, for example, my experiences with volunteering or let's say internship. There's no clear way or map throughout your 1-page resume. Actually, employer doesn't get the interest to go through the rest of your writing. So definitely the layout, the formatting, bulleted points, everything should be clear. Proofread, this is so important. Now we have access to technology. All of you are masters of using AI, aren't you? Okay, so this time you are allowed to use AI, not for crafting your resume. Okay, promise me. That's why I'm here, guys, to train you to do your own resume writing yourself. But it would be good to get some assistance from AI. It means you have a spelling checkers, you have grammar checkers. So you write it, you draft it, and you ask those, for example, AI tools to assist you on some points of it. Or maybe you can hand in your paper, your resume to someone who you trust, for example, your professor at university, to take a look at your resume in order to proofread. So definitely you don't want to end up with a kind of written work that is full of spelling mistakes or maybe full of grammar mistakes, okay? It doesn't have a good look. Tailor contents to each job or application. You will see in the future that you might like to send your resume to different organizations and see which one accepts, Make sure that the content of your resume is in line with the organization itself. It means do not have one special format and copy and paste for all of them and send them, okay? Because you need to be careful about the skills that they require, or maybe the experiences that they want from a potential employee or a potential candidate. So the content should be in line with the job specification of that organization that you're applying to. List information in reverse chronological order. What does it mean? It means that employer is interested in having your experiences, your career, past career opportunities, or anything that you had in reverse chronological order. It means you need to start from the most recent one, okay? What you had in the past year, and then 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and then you can easily go to your childhood. No, not really, Okay, so you need to start from the past 5 years and then go through the rest. It means that employer is more into knowing how or what you've done during the recent years rather than your past, okay? Sell yourself. This is the best place for yourself to be presented well, guys. It means that you don't have to put lots of information that are irrelevant about yourself. Try to be selective. For example, those skills, those, for example, past experiences that are in line with the job specification again, and it is not there for overwhelming the employer. It means that they don't really pay much attention to the details. Details that are not relevant to the job specification. So you need to act selectively when it comes to this kind of content. Use consistent verb tense. Use either past or present. This is so important, guys. Do not use, for example, present perfect tense, and you want to show up with your grammar skills, okay? It would be good to stick to past when you're talking about your past experience. When it comes to the, for example, recent job opportunities that you had or volunteering that you are doing right now, it would be good to stick to the present because you are doing them right now, okay? So present for the descriptions, or let's say for those points that are available or they are true about you right now. For the past, just stick to the past. Do not use any other tenses. But it's so important to be consistent in your resume. So having said all of those things, we need 3 main elements to be included in your resume. The first one is about your contact information. Imagine that you have everything. Oh, so sometimes I'm louder than expected. So imagine that you have everything well organized, but there is no phone number to contact you, or there's no email address to reach you. Okay, so definitely it is faulty. So your full name, your address, phone number, email, let's say, to reach you. And right now you have LinkedIn account, all of you, don't you? Okay, so is it active or no? Just for your course, for your subject. Last year, huh? You created and just left it, huh? Try to just keep it active, try to write or let's say post about your current experiences that you're having, and add the actually account specification or details on your resume. It is really influential, guys, and it impresses the employers, okay? Another thing is about the education. So right now you're studying, so definitely the name of your school should be there. I'm studying at, for example, CAMED Business School. Degree earned if you have graduated from any kind of institution. Maybe you are having different certifications from different universities or different institutions. It's completely fine to just put them there. Expected graduation date for you, for example, you can easily put 2026 or 2027 as you wish. Sometimes, based on the job specifications, it would be good to just show up with your high GPA, okay? Not for all of them, if you are, for example, not that good at that. So it would be good to just skip it. But if you think that your GPA is outstanding, so it would be good to put it in your resume. And the third element here is about relevant experience. So experience that is in line with the job specification again. So the job title should be there, the company that you've been working or cooperating with, dates of experience, duties and responsibilities. It's so important to put, for example, I was doing the accounting position of it. I was doing, for example, a kind of a small leadership position in one company. It would be good to specify. Significant accomplishment if you had during that time, that period of time, related to your objective here and so on. Experiences should be listed in reverse again, chronological order. Again, start from the most recent one and go back to the past one, okay? So these are the main 3 basics that you need to have, but you don't have to just stick to these 3 elements. You can easily have it more extensive by adding more sections on your resume. What are they? It can be your skills, okay? Sometimes you have your skills and you are pretty good at something, so it would be good to mention, and it is in line again with what you are applying to, huh? So identify what is the skill that you have and how it helps you to fit the position that you are applying for, okay? They may be grouped by category, for example, computer and software skills, research techniques, processes, analysis, okay? Anything that you can easily say that I'm very good at this area should be included. I mean, it's not a must, but it adds some kind of a spice to your resume. It adds to actually the competitive advantage of your resume. Next one is about honors and awards. Okay, so there are lots of opportunities at CAMED that you receive a kind of honor or award. Maybe you are the top student, or I don't know, there are lots of clubs that you can easily get these kind of honors and awards. If you think that they are relevant to the job that you're applying, it would be good. But if you, for example, you received a kind of award when you were a teenager and it is completely different from this field of application, definitely it would be better to skip it, okay? Relevant volunteer. These days, most of companies, organizations are looking for those people who are voluntarily able to do something. It means that they themselves, they go for the opportunities, they create opportunities. So if you have this kind of experiences at CAMED or anywhere else, it would be good to just say, yes, I have a kind of experiences in this kind of project, and I was volunteer to do this. So it gives good feeling and brings positive culture to the organization that you're applying. So again, it is a kind of a competitive advantage of you. Certifications, again, it is something like the awards and honors that I mentioned earlier. If you've received any certifications and they are relevant to what you're applying, why not? It would be good to just put them there. But make sure that they are, again, recent, guys, okay? The certification that you received 10 years ago doesn't really match your specifications right now, okay? So, yeah, that's it. Okay. So I want to do something like a group activity, but before asking you to do something, to come up with a kind of draft resume based on the actually fictional characters that I give you in groups, I want to show you actually some examples of acceptable resumes, okay? So at CAMED here, we have a template that you can easily use for your own preparation or drafting your own resume. Just give me a minute. Okay, so this is one sample, guys. As you see, it's a complete one and it is one page, okay? The only thing that you need to do is to just fill your own information. I mean, just fill the page with your own information and descriptions. It says your name, your address, phone, email, your photo. Definitely employers want to see you guys, okay? So your photo, but your photo that is professional, like the photo that you put for your LinkedIn account, okay? So it should be professional. You put your education, and then your experience, anything that you had, as you see, for example, a Starbucks cashier, it was the title, it was the role of that person. So where in Phnom Penh, in which date, October 2016, and a bit of details of what exactly that person has done during that period of time, okay? So leadership and activities, that it is something like the skills that that person has, interest, software, language, okay? So these are some gist of information that can easily, I mean, the employer, by taking a look at this page, can have a kind of overview of how you can be a fit candidate for the position that they are looking for. Another one, I mean, this one was one of the examples. Another one can be, exactly the same, but yes. There, it is another, for example, another description, but it has the same sections: skills and interests, activities, experience, education, you see? The third one that I want to show here. Okay, again, it has education, leadership activities, skills and interest, okay? But definitely the type of interest, the type of skills, it is quite subjective based on your own life and your own experiences. So now, getting back to what I want you to do, guys, I want to put you in groups. I don't know how many groups we can make. I come to you, and in order to make it a little bit easier for you to work in the group. But the point is, there are 4 fictional characters, guys, here. One of them is a recent CAMED graduate with limited experience, okay? Second one is a mid-career professional looking to switch industries. It means that person is already working, okay? And graduated and working, but wants to switch industries. It means that maybe that person is working in education industry, wants to switch to business, for example, setting, okay? Third one is an experienced executive seeking a leadership role. It means a person who is, for example, a principal of a school wants to take another leadership position at higher education, for example, at CAMED. Okay, this is you that you want, that you need to use your imagination and creativity to think about how you would like to just create this character. And fourth one is a freelancer. Do you know who a freelancer is? Yes, okay. Or contractor with diverse project experience now wants to just sell himself and just get another project, okay? So these are the four fictional characters that I want to give you. What I want you to do, I prepare a kind of a paper for you. I mean, the system give you marker and paper. What you need to do is to come up with a kind of draft. It doesn't really necessarily need to be detailed. Just I want to make sure that you can digest what kind of information we want. It should be good to come up with a fictional contact information. There's no need for you to put your number there, guys, okay? So come up with a name for that person, contact information, maybe a kind of address to the LinkedIn account or anything that you can think of with your group mates. Then summary statement. It means 1 to 2 sentences about who that person is. Education, think about some fictional education that is in line with the character. Imagine that if you are a recent CAMED graduate, what kind of education you might have. Definitely you are third year student, so it's the easier one, huh? But the third one, second one, third one, and fourth one, it needs your creativity and your actually imagination. Work experience, think about any work experience that that character might have. And finally, any key skills that you find relevant to the job that that person is applying to, okay? So at the end, when you, after 10, 15 minutes that you created your draft, it shouldn't be, guys, it shouldn't be that accurate. I just want you to place the positions and also maybe some bullet points related to the skills or anything else. So at the end, I want you to present that character, okay? So it would be good to work first, and then we go through the presentation together. Any one of you who is not clear about what to do? Take it easy, guys. It is something like cooperative task, okay? So it would be good to have you six together, okay? Groups of six. Let's have groups of six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You six together, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Uh-huh. Yes, okay. So if you would like to be with your friends, it's completely fine. So just create groups of 6, guys, okay? So just take a look at your friends and create groups of 6. See if you can do it. Can I give this responsibility to you guys to have your groups of 6? So how many groups can we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So you two, you need to decide. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we can have 7 this time. Okay, so you two just join them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so good. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can join them. Okay, so join the ladies. How about that side, guys? Are you clear about your groups? Who you want to join? All of you together, 10 people. Okay, try to keep it into, yeah, 5 or 4 members. Okay. You can easily change, yeah, you can easily come closer to each other. Okay, so can I have the papers? Can you help me to distribute the papers and also the markers? Everyone's there. It would be good because one of you is representative to go there and present. Okay, it's not that difficult. Just tear it. Oh my God. Just take it. Thank you. Uh-oh. So can you help me to just hand them out? Yes. Okay, so yes, I can go with the front part. You go with the. Okay, do we have marker as well? Guys, I brought you reward. So this is for your group. You're welcome. Feel free to stand up, come and just have your draft. Here you are. Just choose one. Okay. Let's have you. Yeah, a template. Okay, it shouldn't be that clean. Okay, so anything that you can digest. Yes, all four, because it's the resume sheet. Maybe 1 or 2 points for each. 2 skills, 2 interests. You see? So you're talking about with 4 characters, 4 fictional characters. So yeah, just one of them. Guys, you need to pick one of them, okay? So there's no need for you to choose. Yes.
Can we add the link to the sample provider?
Sure. I don't know how, but yes. Wait, give me a minute. Let me talk to them and see how we can send you the link. Here you are. Here you are. Okay, I give it to you. Thanks. Guys, just give it. I bring you markers, okay? Can I have markers? Yes, thank you. Okay. So guys, do you have markers? So you have your marker. 1. Yeah, 2. Okay.
Thank you.
Sure. So guys, choose one of them, okay? And have, for example, a place for contact information, one for one line summary. What does that person do exactly? Education, just fake it up if you have no idea. Work experience, but it should be relevant to the work that it is applying. And key skills, anything. Have 2 bullet points for each, not that much. How many members? You can be all together. Just one or 2 of you come here to present. Okay. Put your heads together. Right. Are you clear about what to do? You choose one of those fictional characters. It can be a CAM-Ed graduate. It can be a mid-career professional switching roles. It can be experienced executive seeking for a leadership position, anything, okay? Just try to come up with the kind of contact information, the name of that person, the for example, email address, anything. You can easily fake it up, okay? There's no need for you to have anything real. Then try to have, for example, 1 line for summary statement. It means what does that person do? For For example, this person is a I don't know, is an accountant, is a prospective accountant, or anything that that person does. Education, what did that person study at university? Okay, maybe one or 2 points you can easily have. Work experience, if that person has got work experience, it would be good to include, and any key skills that you find relevant. Okay, first you need to decide which one of these four you would like to write a resume about. It shouldn't be that detailed, okay? Just try to have a touch. See how you can create it. You know what to do, guys? Are you clear? Okay. Guys, are you clear about what to do? Are you clear about what to do? Sure? Okay. Michael Jackson is the name of the person? He asked me if he can have access to the sample resumes. So do we have access to them? No. I don't think they. You don't think. But we can send the sample. After that, we can send you the sample. But now you need to use your imagination.
Just follow this, like, try.
Sure. Sure. Why not? Guys, are you clear about what to do? Okay. Guys, are you clear about what to do? Yes. Yeah, sure. Just fake it up. I mean, just create a name, family name, okay? Okay, so are you clear about what to do, guys?
I think maybe we only write one person name, right?
Yes,
And
exactly.
the whole of them have to write. Oh no, only one of.
So may I know which one of them you selected? Which one of these
probably
characters?
the first one.
The first one, CAMED
Yeah.
graduate. Okay, so yes, you need to think about the name for that person. For example, fake up some kind of information, contact information, account, or anything else. Then you need to come up with one sentence summary of that person. Okay, one sentence that can easily define that person. Come up with education. For example, that person studying junior student at, sorry, yeah, junior or senior student at CAMED. Okay. Work experience, you can easily fake up some kind of work experience relevant to the position that that person is applying. And then key skills, interest and key skills. It can be leadership skills, it can be anything. Software skills. Okay, so see how you can do it. Okay, no worries.
Objective or subjective?
Ah.
So we talk about it like
Just one sentence about who that person is.
like introduce ourselves, like where are we come from, and then what are we?
Actually, who you are. One sentence as a one sentence summary of who you are.
For example, like my name is Sophia, and then I just put supply from, and then a student from a first grade from.
So you don't put your name because your name goes with your contact information and your name. I mean, the left side or the right side of your resume. But for one sentence, I'm applying for blah, blah, a senior student or a junior student at Cambridge Business School, looking for example, leadership positions at organization. Guys, take a look at this one. Name, address, education, experience. It means that you can get rid of that one sentence summary or objective if you wish. If you wish, you can easily get rid of that one. Uh-huh.
The professor about
Yes.
the objective isn't about.
You can skip it. You can skip it. Skip it. Yeah. Go through education. What the good handwriting? Is it a ready one?
Yes.
Use your creation, guys. Creativity, imagination. Recent, yeah, it's very good. Yeah, why not? It's a good one.
The entry level position.
Actually, if you, it's up to you. I just left it to you guys to decide based on your own imagination. So yeah, it can be entry level. Yeah, why not?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Mm-hmm. Good. Uh, Try to customize it with your own character, okay?
Yes.
Uh-huh. How is it going, guys? Perfect. Perfect copying, right? Good. Continue. Don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. Everything is under control. Misspell it. Uh-huh. I see. Take a picture of them when they are doing it. It can be, for example, this person is a senior CAMED, is it? CAMED student? Yes, okay. A senior CAMED student looking for an entry level position at a bank. Okay, so it means that one sentence that defines you. What are you looking for? What's your objective of this resume?
Include it at the bottom.
You want to include it there?
You have to write it on the paper, the objectives.
If you want to skip it, it's completely fine because you do not have a space, okay? For now, it's completely fine to skip it. Very good, yes. Scroll down, yes, sure, sure, sure. Spelling mistake? It's okay. Thank you. No. Okay, so can you squeeze it? I mean, a little bit, make it smaller. This is called the space management. Guys, since you have only Very good.
Feel an interest in mấy đứa trẻ experience experience.
So guys, this person is so old. Bachelor in this major, another bachelor in this. Okay, so good. Two major. Good. And
We are organizing the
okay, skills. Very good. The skills.
our skill. Now we are going to get experience.
All right. Okay. Wow, IELTS 8, right? It's so tempting. I would like to hire you. Guys, manage your time, please. Sorry. Wow, MBA from Harvard Business School. Yes. Paper. I think they have. One more paper. One more paper. 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 Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. Is it to finish? Finish. Good. Lovely. Okay. So now you need to decide who wants to go and present it, or maybe two of you. Okay, so let me give you some hints about how to present it. Wait. Sorry, can we have the stands for them there? Already? Yes. It should be. I think that yeah, the front position is much better. Uh, 3 is okay. So is it like this? So I think finish now. Done. So there. No, no, I think this one. This one. So it's the opposite. There. Okay, so can we put it in the middle? Yeah, I think so. Okay, good. Yes, that's it. Okay. Oh, it's enough, guys. It's enough. It's enough. Can we have microphone for them as well? Microphone for them? I think it's there. This much excited you are about your resume? Oh, wow. Okay. So you wrote it yourself? So you want to present? Everyone is fighting. Everyone is fighting to be the presenter, right? Decide, guys, decide on who wants to come here and present. You're done, guys? Finished? Have you decided on the presenter? Wow. Finished, guys? Or it's about to finish? Done, guys? Yours is the extended one, huh? 2-page resume. You want to get the job. Okay. So is it about to finish? Oh, come on. It's finished? Yes? Okay. Have you decided on a presenter? Okay, so discuss, please. Discuss. Would you please decide on who is going to come here and present? It's completely fine to have 2 volunteers in each group if you want. It's completely fine. So, wait, guys, listen. What you need to do, listen, let me give you some hints. What you need to do is to just come here and see which one of those characters you're representing. For example, the graduate one, the executive one, which one of them are you representing? Any kind of rationale over where to put, for example, information. What was in your mind that you put, for example, information first, contact information first, and then education, then skills, or any other designs that you have selected, okay? Do you have any ideas over this? What was your actually decision about? And finally, how you tailored? Why do you think that this kind of information that you put in your resume is what the employer requires? Okay, so why you put this kind of content on your resume? So let's have this one. Okay, so would you please, one of you, just with your poster, or maybe 2 of you as you wish, come with your paper. Guys, stage is waiting for you.
Present about
Who are you representing? Which one of those characters? And then why did you select this kind of design? For example, this information and education skills there, experiences here, any kind of ideas that you had, okay? And another thing is that why do you think this information is in line with what that person is applying to? I mean, do you think the content is completely fine? Or any other things? Any idea? For example, you can easily talk about any challenges that you've been faced with when you are drafting the resume. Okay, anything that you would like to share, maybe 2 to 3 sentences. Okay, not that much. So who is going to?
This is like we came up with this name and does not belong to anyone.
Okay, it's completely fine. So which one is it? Is it the CAMET graduate?
Yeah, it's
Okay, so just tell your friends that this person her name is Mansoureh.
yes.
Okay, so she is the CAMET graduate. She was graduated in
2024.
2024. She's looking for a job at there. She's looking for a job.
She just she took a fresh graduate, so she internship at ABC company.
Okay, yeah, that's it. And the way that we designed the resume like this is for
It's easy to read.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's
that,
it.
like,
All right, okay. And we think that the information that we put, for example, the software, the skills, language skills, and interests, all of them are in line with the job that she's applying to. Huh? So, yes, the floor is yours. You can easily stand there in order for them to take a look at it. You want to stay here or you want to go? All right, guys, listen to your friends.
Good afternoon, everyone. So today, me and my team will be presenting about the fresh graduate from CAMED with limited experience. So today we're gonna present about Jansoria, and she is a fresh graduate from CAMED. And this is her address. She's from Tukok Village, Phnom Penh, and this is her contact number. We have her phone and email. So for education background, since she's a fresh graduate from CAMED, so she finished her Bachelor of Accounting and Finance at CAMED Business School. She started her Bachelor from 2020 and graduated in 2024. And she also applied for another Bachelor program, which is Bachelor of Art in English. She studied in Institute of Foreign Language, which is IFL in short. And she also applied it in 2020 and graduated in 2024. So as you know that she has limited experience, so that's why the experience side is a little bit less. So my team will continue the speech.
So for the reference, we just put that available upon request. So if the company that we apply to ask for any reference, we could provide anything that they want. And so for this design, we divide it by 2 because we don't want it to be too long. So it's easier for those who check could see easily. Yes. So that's all for our CV. Yes.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, well done, guys. Thank you. If you have any questions to ask them, you feel free to ask, okay? Thank you. Yes, we can have you. Okay, so it's an example of an extended resume, guys. You see 2 pages. One page here, other page. Yes, come here. Is it enough? Yes. Here you are.
So good afternoon, everyone, and also professor. So I'm presenting about the resume of Soknalito. She applying for an auditor of a company, and this is her address and her phone number and her email here. You can contact, but it's not exist. And her education is she have been as a ChemEd student that graduated last year, 2024, at Bachelor of Accounting and Finance. She got her GPA 3.95. And she also graduated her diploma from Balti International School since 2019. Since she applied for an auditing of a company, so yeah, she put her accounting and finance bachelor at the top. And her experience is she have been an internship at PwC at her 4th year at ChemEd since June 2024 until December 2024. And beside that, while she studied at ChemEd, she also joined the ChemEd Audit Club as a vice president of finance department. And her skill is she can speak 5 languages.
Wow.
Like Khmer, English, Chinese, Thai, and French. And she also and another skills is teamwork, leadership, and business communication. And her interest is reading book, fencing, and boxing, which is not that boxing, it's Kun Khmer. That's it. And let's move to the achievement.
So her achievement are she the first top she achieved one top scorer, like the first rank of FAU and FFM worldwide. Also, she's a national mathematics champion of 2019, and she got 3rd place. And that's it for her achievement. And for the reference, there are 2, Mr. Kong Sambo, which is an audit manager at PwC Cambodia, and his email. And for the second reference is Mr. San Sombat, which is HR manager at PwC Cambodia too. And here's his email. Then that's it.
So tell me, guys, you see, one section was here added. It was about the reference section. It is completely fine, and it adds to the level of your resume to have some references that are qualified enough to just have your back, okay? So thank you. Well done, guys. All right, can we have boys? Wow, good. Color coded. Do you have your microphone? Okay.
Hello, everyone. Our scenario was a recent graduate from ChemEd. His name is Mon Van Dao. He's from Sweden, Cambodia, and he's currently living in Phnom Penh City. Our resume is separated into 4 different sections: education, experience, skills and interests, and references. For education, he graduated from ChemEd with a bachelor degree and CET in December of 2024. Achievement include number 1 in FFA worldwide. And he also finished his English from ACE, or Australian Center of English, in March of 2020. His skill and interests includes languages. He spoke 5 languages: Khmer natively, English speaking fluently, French, and Chinese HSK level 5,
Wow.
Japanese. His soft skills include communication, public speaking, and team collaboration. His interests include Kun Khmer, boxing, reading books, and traveling. His experience is he did a training at an auditor job at KPMG for 6 months from January to June 2025. And it was also the finance controller at the finance committee for Cadet Land charity event in 2023. He also volunteered as a digital marketing agent at We Do Abroad from May to July 2024. His references include Mr. Kim Pua, who is the senior auditor at KPMG, and Professor Muni, who's a CAMAT professor here in CAMAT. That's it. Thanks, sir.
Something that I want to highlight here, guys, it's okay to have, for example, 2 different colors, but make sure for your real resumes, do not have a rainbow, okay? I mean, 1 or 2 colors enough, okay? So good, thank you very much. I think you? Yes. Make it quick here, guys, because we want to have your break. So would you like to have it in the center in this time? Oh, so. Yeah. Good. Beautiful. Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Kai Wan Sak and my partner name is Kim Lê. And our team we did a CV for me, and this is my contact info. And the objective is that now I'm currently applying for the auditor at GDT, and I'm a recent graduate CAMET student with a CAT, and my education is that I used to study at CAMET Business School, and my year is 2020 to 2025, and I achieved #1 worldwide in #1 FFM and FAU in Cambodia, and #2 in the world for CAT exam, FFA. And I also used to exchange to Northern Illinois University at United States from August to December in 2023. And I also used to study at ACE, and I achieved a band of 8 for my IL. And moving on to my work experience.
So for work experience, so he have worked in a PwC, which PricewaterhouseCoopers in Cambodia. So he used to apply as an audit intern in the year 2024 to 2025. And later on, he works as a cashier in Brown's Coffee, Cambodia in the year 2022 and 2023. And in CAMET, as a volunteer or activity experience in the CAMET audit clubs, he used to be a co-president in the year 2022 to 2023. And he also used to be a CAMET official tutors for the subject FFM, FAU, FFA in CAMET. And next, for the skill and reference, he has 3 languages: Khmer, very native, English, and he also have mentioned that the IELTS with 8.0 band, and also influence in China as well. So for his skills, he has a skill of financial analysis, can interpret graph data, and he also has a skill of accounting principle and time management. So you want to appoint him as a and he works great because he has good time management. As for our reference, we have Pa Supha, a supervisor in a CSSA department, also his email. And we also have Long Vidya Sakda, a manager at PwC as well. So that's all for my resume. Thank you.
I can hire this person, guys. Okay, good. Thank you. So, can we have you? How many we have here, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-huh. So I can go with this one. Have that one there. Okay, so you can make it shorter, okay?
Greeting everyone and hello, Professor again. So now we are going to talk about the resume of Lisa Raimier. So this is her contact number and address, email, something. And this is her professional summary. She's a highly dedicated and motivated fresh graduated student with a strong commitment to professional development. And here's her education. She graduated from IFL, and she also graduated from CAPMAT Business School from 2021 to 2025. And she got Bachelor of Accounting and Finance, and also along with CAT, and she along with her study, she also got a achievement in top 3 in school. Yeah, for the English for Business subject. And here's her skill. She has a time management, communication skills, and also problem solving. For soft skill, software skills, she also good in QuickBooks, Excel, software, Word, and also PowerPoint. And she can speak 3 languages, Khmer, English, and Chinese. So for the experiences, my partner.
She got tired.
So for her experience during her time at CAMAT Business School, she also joined the CAMAT Entrepreneur Club. Her role is design a poster and arrange the study tour for Apsara Rai Co-Ltd. And also she also role as the technical assistant when we have the events. And she also volunteer at the New Future for Children Cambodia. She working as the teacher to work to teach the students about the work environmental. And for the charity event during her freshman year, she also do the charity with her classmate to Tmoda Primary School, and second year is River Life School. And for the certification, she gained the philosophy charity project environmental awareness workshop. And for reference, if you want to know her more, you can contact to Suan Suchita, the director at New Future for Children, and Gail Sokyada, the vice president of marketing, CAMAT Entrepreneur Club. Thank you.
So something that I wanted to highlight, guys, make sure that the references that you're providing relate to a kind of similar work setting. I mean, if you're applying for a kind of auditing position at organization, it would be good to just provide a reference for a professor that is teaching auditing or some kind of finance related. Okay, so yeah, very good. Thank you very much. We are done with this side, right? Yes? Okay, now let's have you. Try to make it shorter and shorter, okay? Uh-huh.
Greetings, guys. And this is our candidate profile. As you have noticed, there's a coincidence. Their name is Sokna Lito, and our name is Lilolita. And even though this name is kind of girl, but he is a boy. And this is his picture. And this is his contact information and a little bit summary of him is talking about he has a good attitude and he willing to take any he willing to do any required task, and that a little bit of his education background, because he is applied for accounting firms. So he just highlighted his bachelor degree in accounting and finance in Kemet Business School, and he's graduated in 2024. And he also has his CAT, which is Certified Accounting Technicians. And one of the biggest achievement is he is the #1 top worldwide for FAU in 2023. Yeah. Next, let's go to experience.
For his experience, since he is a freshly graduate, he have only few experience. Since he's got a not one worldwide for FAU, so he applied for camp ed tutor in FAU. He also worked as a volunteer in CGAM, and he also a member of Camp Ed Audit Club. For skill and interest, he's knows how to work in QuickBooks, Excel, Microsoft Word, and PowerPoint. For language, he speak 3 languages: English fluent, Chinese, English and Chinese fluent.
Okay.
And for Khmer, he is a native speaker. And he also interested in reading news, playing sport, and he loved networking.
Uh-huh.
He also have a reference to from Professor A and Professor B, which are the professor from his university, Kemet. For the Professor A, he is the professor that study take FAU, and Professor B, he take FFM. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Did you have any professor in mind when you were giving them letters A and B? Did you have anyone in mind? Very good. It's safe, guys. It's okay. It's okay. Good. Thank you.
So, greeting professors and hello everyone. So today our team have created this resume for a person named Emily Colpers. She is a fresh graduate student with limited experience as in the scenario was mentioned. So you can say that she wanted to be a tech consultant at the Big Four company. So here is some information like what she need to do for her resume to apply for that positions. So here we have her contact info, her information such as name, address, phone, emails, then followed by the education. She is a fresh graduate student from Kemet Business Schools in December 2024 with the bachelor degree of accounting and finance and certified accounting technicians with CAT. And her achievement is that she got a diploma in Cambodian taxations in June 2023 with and also the #3 in Cambodia for
AT exam FMA in July 2023. So here's her achievement from her academic study, and we also have her experience. She used to work as a tech interns at ABC company with some all specific skills such as assisted in preparing and filling that return for 20 clients, organized and maintain the client that record. And also, she also the CAMET club members, which have organized the tax event or event that related to taxation. So you may see that she wanted to be the tax consultant, so she aimed for it. And one more thing I would like to highlight is that when we do the resume, you should do only one page. Like this, we have a problem in writing, so there should be 2 pages. And I would like to pass this to my team to present about the skill, interest, and also reference.
So moving to her skill and interest, she can use QuickBook, Excel, Microsoft Word, and PowerPoint. For the language, she can use English, which is fluent, and Chinese. Also, Khmer, she's a native speaker. For interest, she loves reading, sport, travel, tax policy, and legislation updates. For the reference, you guys can contact to Dr. Christopher, which is a tax director, and another one is Professor Crypto Shimas from Grand Business School. So that's all for our resume.
Thank you, guys. You have 2 left, right? You have 2 left? You and them? Okay. Yes. No one comes? It's fine. Okay, I can help you. Thank you. All right, no worries. Yes, you can take it.
Okay. Greeting, Professor, and hello, everyone. And I'm here to present the resume of Harold Kim, and he applying for audit and associate in a company, and he is his address, his contact number, and his email. And his background education is he graduated from CAMET Business School recently, Bachelor of Accounting and Finance and CAT as well. And currently he pursuing an MSc plus ACCA program in CAMET as well. And his achievement during his journey at CAMET Business School is he got a #1 in Cambodia for International CAT program of FFM, and #3 Cambodian in Cambodia for diploma of CTEX. And his experience is he is an audit assistant in KPMG as an intern there, and his work is to help the auditing with helping them to collecting the financial data and organizing and preparing for the report. And his skill, he can speak 3 languages, which is Khmer, English, and Chinese with HSK6. And his skill is a problem solving and computer skill. So many software such as Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and QuickBook as well. Yes, that's all.
Thank you. Can help you. Okay, good. Thank you very much. So let's have the last 2. Yes, please. Do you need help? Okay, so look at the picture, guys. All right. I like it.
Hello, guys. He is an executive experience seeking for leadership role. His name is Sang Vihao Tatayon. And we have his experience. He have been a chief operating officer since 2018 to present. He led operational strategy resulting in 30% revenue annually. And he also directed cross-functional team about 200 employee and plus. And about from 2013 to 2018, he is also being a vice president of operation in innovation technology. He managed annual budget of $50 million, also developed executive strategy that align with company vision and mission. About his education, he have a MBA in Harvard Business School and also bachelor degree in Finance University of CamEd Institution. His skills are strategic planning, business development, process optimization, crisis management. Another one is team leadership. And about his professional summarize, he is an executive with 15-year plus strategic leadership across multi-industry. He also achieved certificate is a certified executive leadership and project management professional and Six Sigma black belt. Also, his language is English, Khmer, and Chinese. He is a native English speaking. That's all for my book.
Yes, finally. Do you have two? Thank you very much. Okay. So a happy candidate, guys. You see? Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. So this is the CV of Miss Monique Sawan, and here's her some of her information in the CV. So her name is Monique Sawan, and here's the telephone contact, email, Gmail, and also address. And her education, she is a fresh graduate in 2024 at CamEd Business School, which she pursued bachelor degree of accounting and finance, and also plus CAT certified accounting technician. And besides her education at CamEd, she also pursued Bachelor of Art and in English at Institute of Foreign Language, and which she has graduated at 2022. Experience at CamEd, she is also a marketing member of CamEd Sustainable Development Club from September 2023 and still at present. Even she has graduated, she also a member. And also another club, Human Resources member of CamEd Public Speaking and Debate Club. It also in the same period from March 2023 to until present. And she also used to be a secretary of office of Phnom Penh SAAT at 2024. And about the language, she can speak 5 languages, which is Khmer, our language, mother tongue, Chinese advanced, English also advanced, Thai upper intermediate, Korean intermediate, and her hobbies she like reading book, volunteering, sport. And the skill she has a lot of soft skill like responsible, hardworking,
good communication, time management, and also leadership. Besides the skills, she also have a lot of achievement. She achieved second place in the group silver medal at CAMF Business School English course, and also achieved third place in political science in the group at the CAMF Business School bronze medal. And this is her information and also her achievement, her skill, her hobbies, and also her languages. So if you are the employer and interested in her, please contact.
Thank you for marketing for that person. Okay, can we have last one? Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Yes.
So, greeting professor and hello everyone. So our team has created a resume for a person named Lisa Kim. And this is her address, phone number, and also the email. And for her education, she's graduated from CAMF Business School with a pursuit degree of Bachelor of Accounting and Finance plus CAT, which is the Certified Accounting Technician. And she's graduated in December 2024. And during her studies, she also achieved a top 3 worldwide in Cambodia for the international exam, CAT exam, of the subject FFA. And also she is the top scorer in FMA. And during her study, she also has do some research projects such as the accounting simulations in 2022 and also all the simulation in 2023. As for her experience, she has an experience as an internship at EY Cambodia with some skills such as assist in auditing financial statement of client companies, communicate with clients to gather financial documents, and also work on risk assessment and internal control evaluations. And during her study, she also participated in some activities such as she was an organizer of Hope and Smile charity, which is to donate school supplies and also some money to the primary school to help the children. And as for her skill and interest, she can speak Khmer fluently because it's her mother tongue language. And also for English, is fluent. And she also got a band of 7.5 in her IELTS test. And for Chinese, she is advanced. And her ASK got nearly full score, which is a score of 220 over 300. And also she is professional in using technical apps such as QuickBooks, Microsoft app, and also preparing some slides like using the PowerPoint, also Canva. And in her free time, she interested in reading some tax report or maybe some research article related to the audit, and doing like sports and also listening to music like Chinese, English, or maybe Korean music. And for references, you can request from the AY Cambodia. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, guys. So thank you very much. I was really impressed by the amount of work, you did during this short period of time, and also your teamwork, collaboration, and everything. So definitely when it comes to drafting your own real resume, you have more time to digest lots of information. You have access to the templates. You can easily just fill in the blanks, or let's say you have the basis. You need to just customize it based on your own information, okay? So guys, let's have 10 minutes break. Do some kind of refreshing activities, and after that get back. I don't get more of your time, guys. I just, after the break, I go through a quick touch of your cover letter and also give you some tips over preparing for your interview, okay? So quickly go to have your own break. Thank you very much. See you soon. Stay here. All right, so guys, all right, we want to see what is about cover letter and what are the sections that we need to include in our cover letters. Yes, thank you very much. All right, okay. So guys, One thing that is so important, I know that you put your contact information, your personal information on your resume, but besides that, make sure that you have your name, your address, your phone, your email. I mean, a way that that employer can reach out to you on your cover letter as well, okay? So there should be there. And also the date that you're applying to that position, okay? So, I mean, it gives a kind of overview of who you are to the employer, and also the time frame, gives a kind of time frame to that employer that you applied on this date and you're expecting for a reply, okay? So it's so important to have a date. Employer's contact information, so who you are applying to, I mean, which country, which country if you're applying abroad, I mean, sometime in the future, or which company, let's say, or organization that you want to receive your application. So name, department, company, address. If you don't have any specific name, make sure that you put the name of that department. So greeting, try to address your cover letter to a person if you know that person. If not, for example, dear hiring manager would be a good title, or to whom it may concern. These are some useful phrases that you can easily put at the beginning of your cover letter. So when you want to structure your writing on a cover letter, make sure that you have your writing in 3 main paragraphs. It can be in your beginning paragraph, middle paragraph, and finally your ending or summarizing paragraph. So we have 3 main sections or 3 main paragraphs on your cover letter. I go through each and every one of them and the information that you need to put in each section, guys, after this slide. And finally, you have your closing signature. So finally, you need to put sincerely, respectfully, for example, best regards, anything. If you are handing your written or hard copy of your resume to your employer, make sure that you have handwritten signature. I mean, something that you yourself sign with your name, okay? It gives a kind of personal touch to your cover letter. So if I'm going to just a little bit make it more specific, guys, if it was about the beginning paragraph, make sure that you have this kind of information, who you are. You need to mention that which school you're studying at, and also your university major. For example, some kind of phrase like, my name is Mansoureh Bahadari, I'm a junior studying finance and accounting at CAMED Business School. It can be a very good sentence to start your cover letter with. You can easily specify the job title. So I'm writing to express my interest for this position in particular, okay? Third one is how you heard about the position. So you can easily use this kind of phrases such as, I learned about this opportunity from a team member, from my ex-colleague, from my professor. Okay, so it would be good to have a reference here. Why you're interested in the position? I'm particularly drawn to this position because of my extensive knowledge about this kind of position, my extensive experience related to the position that I'm applying. And why you're qualified, why you fit for the position. Definitely you can easily say, my background shows that I'm a good fit because I have experience in these kind of areas. Okay, so try to kind of have a kind of let's say hook for your employer to go through your resume in extension. Okay, so it means that it is the cover letter, so definitely it should have something to attract the employer. Then after your beginning paragraph, definitely you go with the middle paragraph. In your middle paragraph, you can easily have how you make a good fit. I mean, you can explain about it, how you are the best candidate for this position. Again, there are some good phrases or sentences that you can easily copy. During my internship at this company, so I did this kind of jobs, or I had this kind of responsibilities. I am a good one. Focus on what you bring to the organization. This is so important. Everyone wants to make profit out of you, okay? So wants to see if you are a kind of a good person for the organization. Can that person have you in the, fit in the organization or not? So it would be good to say, the experience not only honed my skills in this specific skill, but also it equipped me with kind of deep understanding of these skills or these experiences. So try to find a link, let's say. There's no need for you to repeat whatever you are going to have in your resume on your cover letter, guys. It's the place for you to go in extension of those points that you didn't have the time or opportunity or a space to make a list for, okay? So this cover letter would be a kind of overview for those things that you didn't have the chance to mention in your resume maybe, okay? It should be completely different. And if you think that your information, I mean the experiences or anything that you want to put on your cover letter does not fit in one middle paragraph, make sure that you have 2 middle paragraphs or 3 middle paragraphs. There's no one there to count your middle paragraphs and see, oh, so you went over your, for example, your limit. Make sure that your beginning paragraph is there with those specific information that I mentioned. Your middle paragraph, it is depending on how extensive your experiences are, or how your awards, or let's say your certification, or anything that stands you out from the crowd, you can easily include here. And finally, your ending or summarizing paragraph, you can easily mention when are you available. So imagine that you're studying, you can easily say available part-time, full-time, after this time, okay? So it would be good. How you will follow through with the application. Tell the reader what is the best way to reach you, okay, through email, through your phone, Telegram, WhatsApp. It should be clear. And definitely at the end, you need to thank the employer for the time and also the consideration of your resume. So everything appears on your cover letter, guys. So in order to again give you another touch, or let's say deep understanding, I can easily refer back to the template that we have at CAMED, and it will be shared with you. So here, as you see, we have your name, home address, email, phone, date. Here we have the company that you're applying for the position. So if you know the name of that person, dear Mr., Mrs., and so on. If you don't know, dear hiring manager, or the other similar phrases. First paragraph mention where you got employment information from, and so on, whatever I mentioned. This is your middle one, where you can easily extensively explain about your experiences or how fit you are for the position. And finally, you can easily talk about that you would like to hear from the employer soon. This is your time of availability, and also how that person can reach you out, huh? And finally, sincerely yours, your signature, your name, and so on. There are 2 more other actually templates for you to refer back to, and you can easily get help from, guys, whenever you're drafting your own cover letter, okay? So definitely they will provide you, the team provide you. Okay, that was all related to the cover letter. Now, if I'm going to give you a little bit of insight related to interview, I would say there are some points that you need to have in mind, guys. Examine the job description. The success of you on the day is depending on the amount of time that you invest on the actual details that has been mentioned on the job description, okay? So make sure that you read the job specification very carefully before the employer goes there and just compares your resume with the job description. You need to have the overall view of what they are looking for. Do your research about the company, about the job, about the skills that you need to provide you with and you need to be equipped with. Review common interview questions. Definitely, we are, again, living in a modern world. You have access to lots of mock interviews, questions, and everything. Make sure that you review some similar ones. Try to think about how you would like to respond to those questions, how you would like to personalize the answers, okay? Prepare yourself through mock interviews here at CAMED. Lots of opportunities are provided for you to just sit for the mock interviews, definitely to practice the same atmosphere and setting. Try to, for example, receive feedback and make your job better. So definitely, AI can also help you guys. Not asking AI to give you the model answers. No, I'm not talking about this, guys. I'm talking about preparing your answers and have a kind of dialogue with AI. Ask it, so because we have the audio access on AI, okay? So you can answer those questions and ask AI to give you feedback or some tips to improve your question and answers, okay? So use it in a constructive way, not destructive, okay? Prepare physically, okay? So you need to make sure that you're physically ready for the interview. Have hard copies ready, okay? I know that you just send the soft copy of your resume, cover letter, and everything, but it would be good to have the paper version of it in hand. Plan ahead for transportation. Make sure that you get there on time. Everything has been anticipated from before. Make the best first impression. So dress somehow professionally, look well, have maybe your watch in order to show that you are so concerned about the time and everything. You are an organized person. These are some kind of non-verbal signals that you're sending to the employer. So make sure everything is well. Dress for success, stay organized, okay? So make sure that your hair is neat, okay? Go to the barber or hair salon. Don't forget your ID. If you have ID with you or some kind of a specification of you, it would be good to have it. Always be positive, okay? Try to talk positively, smile, you know, better than me. Anything else? But job interview mistakes, what are they? Dressing inappropriately, do not go with shorts, for example, okay? Or arriving late, you know better than me. Bringing a drink. I know that you are used to having a drink, guys. Now I can see some drinks on the desk, but make sure you don't take them with yourself on your day, guys, okay? So no one is interested in how or why you are drinking, for example, matcha, okay? So using your phone during the interview, I have an urgent call. No, just turn it off or put it on silent. Not knowing anything about company. Okay, so it's a big mistake. Make sure that you digest everything that is related about the company. So there's nothing left. Not having any question. At the end of the interview, definitely they ask you to ask them some questions. Do not say, no, thank you, and then leave the room. No. Try to be curious, okay? So ask something. I give you some hints over what to ask, okay, at the end. Not paying attention. For example, you are looking, but your mind is somewhere else, okay? So you need to be there. Talking too much. Okay, sometimes we are looking for a way, guys, to just make that person focused on us. We are too ready, let's say, to have a very successful interview and conversation, and we talk like a chat box. So definitely you need to take a breath in order to leave the employer some time in order to reflect on your performance. Not being prepared to answer questions, bad-mouthing past employers. I'm not sure whether you had experience of working anywhere, but try not to talk negatively about any person, even your friend, on your interview, okay? So it means that you're bringing some kind of negative culture with yourself on interview day. So be positive. Not bringing a resume is another mistake. Have it in hand, everything. Displaying low energy. You go to interview and you're tired, okay, with back pain, for example, okay? So definitely it's not the way. Be energetic. Forgetting to follow up, okay? It means that after you finish your interview, definitely there should be some time for you in order to just give them some time to think about whether you are a good fit for the position or not. But then you need to follow up, huh? So do not forget about the company and then go to the second one. Definitely there should be a follow-up strategy. Following up too aggressively. Why didn't you answer to my application? Okay, so guys, these are some common questions that you might be asked. For example, tell me something about yourself. Can you tell me how you heard about the position and so on? So quickly, I go through some kind of tips about each and every one of them, okay? So the first one is tell me something about yourself. Definitely you don't have to share anything about what you have eaten last night or for lunch, okay? It should be as professional as possible. It means that you need to just stick to your professional background, your education, okay? So it would be good to have this kind of thing. Prepare a concise yet impactful response that highlights your educational qualifications, maybe some kind of certifications that you had, anything that just keeps you away from the crowd. I mean, just stands you out, okay? So anything that can impress them. So definitely it's a first question. It should be short. The response should be short, but to the point. I mean, it should be effective. The second one is, why did you choose accounting and finance as a career? Why you came here? Do not say because of my parents. Okay, it was a kind of parental pressure, and then I just started my journey. I didn't know how to quit. So definitely there should be something related to your passion. You're enthusiastic about this major. That's why you are keeping learning and you go through professional development courses and so on. It would be good to mention some skills. For example, I was eager to learn about problem solving. I wanted to know about, for example, financial analysis. I wanted to know how to do the research. Then I learned how to, for example, report. I had very good understanding of, for example, numbers. I had something like the eagerness towards, anything that makes you somehow enthusiastic about the course. What attracted you to our company? So this is the place that you need to do your intensive research about the company. Find those areas that you can easily relate to. So, and then when it comes to this kind of question, you can easily say that the company is following this kind of mission. So what I believe from, for example, what I learned from my studies is that this, and it is in line with what you are following in your company. I am a good fit because of these reasons, okay? So it is the time that you need to invest on your online searching before going to the interview session, guys. What would you say is your greatest strength? Okay, so definitely find a kind of a skill that you are very good at, and also it is something that organization is looking for. Okay, do not say, for example, I am good at, I don't know, something that is not relevant to what you are applying. Okay, the skill should match whatever you're sharing as your strength, should match with what organization really needs. Definitely after this question, what follows is what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, So again, it's completely fine. Do not say I don't have, I cannot think of any weakness. No, every one of us has got some kind of weakness. And what we need to know is to spot that weakness and show that we know how to deal with that weakness, okay? It's so important. So you say, this is my weakness, but I've been working on this weakness and I got much better. I have improved through this and that, okay? Try to share the ways that you worked on that weakness in order to become better. So it's not that bad to just share your weakness, but make sure that you provide a kind of solution to that weakness as well. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? It shows that how attainable your goals are, how realistic your goals are. Okay, so do not say I have a vague, for example, I have vague view in my mind. Now I cannot think about 5 years later. So definitely you need to have a kind of prospect. You need to have a kind of hope for the future in 5 years. So try to make them think about them before going to that interview. So it is the way that you can easily convey the message that I know where I start and I know where I end up in 5 years. So everything is like a map that you need to go from A to Z. How well do you work under pressure? So again, they want to know whether you get stressed out. Do you panic? Do you easily cry, for example, and then quit or not? So definitely you need to say, okay, so maybe here you can easily exemplify a challenge that you've been faced with and the way that you overcame the challenge, okay? So just there are sometimes that we are not on our good or positive mood, but I could easily just address the issue and then solve the problem and so on. Now it's okay, and if the similar situation happens, I know how to deal with that, okay? Why should we hire you? It's again another question that organizations ask. Definitely they are looking for a person who is filling a gap in their organization. So definitely you can easily talk about your skills, experiences that you've earned before earlier, and it is relevant to what you are applying. Try to find the link and connection and see I'm the best one because of this, and that, okay? We have one more. Do you have any questions for me? Again, this is the end of interview, okay? So you shouldn't say, I don't have any questions. You need to say, yes, I would like to know, for example, what are you looking for in a good candidate, okay, in order to show that you are curious and you want to be one of those candidates that is accepted or selected out of many, okay? So show how well you are familiar with their mission, with their policies, anything, okay? Try to just make it in a way that you are the one that ends the interview in order to have a positive impression. So guys, in order to just recap everything that I have mentioned, I would like to just leave you with a video. There was an interview for one of the main companies, one of the big companies. What is the organization about? Heineken. You're familiar with the brand, right? Okay, so this company wanted to hire some candidates. It's a 3-minute video, not that long. But besides some easy questions and answers that we have a normal questions and answering on interview day, they provided candidates with some kind of challenges, okay? There are 3 challenges that they have been faced with, and all of them, all the time, when they were answering the questions, they were there in order to see what is their reaction, okay? And then they put everything on their internal portal, and they took the vote from the people inside the company. One of them who just got accepted and passed all the challenges was the final candidate that selected for this company, okay? So I want you to watch this video. It's fun to have it and see what those challenges were. At the end, I ask you guys, what are those challenges that they were dealing with, okay? So let's watch it.
What's your management style?
Passionate. Passion.
And what's your biggest weakness?
Being stubborn. Stubborn, I think.
Okay, give me one reason why I should hire you.
Because sports is my passion. I'm really passionate about football.
Really like a football.
When you are looking for a job or an interview,
Either brushed.
you look good, you feel good. Hi, hello, how are you? Okay, Reese. Okay. So you liked it when we were walking hand in hand?
It made me feel comfortable, yes.
Oh, interesting. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for your time, I suppose.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's a-
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So are you sure?
I'm fine. I'll get a little water in a second. Okay, you say no? If we're talking about money, how much money do you think you would like to have in the position? Last time this happened was at a disco.
Disco day?
Fire and passion or cold and calculated?
I would say cold and calculated because
Wrong answer.
fire and passion. Other people get infected by my enthusiasm.
You think I'm getting infected right now?
We need to go. Sorry, Mr. Ross, please. Come on, we need to get going. Sir.
Missing hands here. Can you help us, please? Sir, can you help us, please? There's a fire or something. We have a gap there, sir. Okay, wake up. Okay, it's okay. Okay.
you very much, guys. I wish you all the best. That's the end of my lecture.
Hello ទាំងអស់គ្នា so just for a quick checkup មានអ្នកគេបកទៅអត់ like is there any foreigner in the classroom could you please raise your hand so like oh okay yeah so the presentation for today will be basing on the feedback from the major employer so the presentation itself will be focusing on what you should look out for when you're applying for a job. Wait, give me a sec. Okay, so for the first part, we will be covering weaknesses. So there are a lot of issue or there are a lot of factors that determine whether you're going to pass the interview or pass the application with a flying color, or is there any issue that would lead to your shortcomings? So the first one is regarding the lack of commitment. So according to our employers, some of our students lack their commitments in pursuing for the higher position within the organization itself. So the period that would lead to this issue would be around after the completion of their internship or around their part when they're being promoted to seniors. So people, or to be specifics, the newly promoted senior tend to be overwhelmed by the responsibility that being given to them. So they feel like, oh, why don't I just try to switch up for another job with less responsibility and with more salaries. So this mindset is actually a bit wrong. So to be mindful of it, supposedly that they asking how long would you be willing to stay with them, and if you tend to say like maybe like 1 year or 2 years, your chance of high like failing is actually high. So instead, try to come with a reasonable answer, such as like you're willing to learn more. By willing to learn more, it's actually do not really erase or try to solve the number of years that you're staying with them, but instead you're trying to reassure them that you will be staying them for a long time, even though you're not, but that's you're going to pass. Secondly is regarding the defensive attitudes. So from this aspect, the attitude itself is also important. So when you're going to interview, for instance, if you are going to meet with the people that in the Big Four, they tend to be like a group discussion and everything. So when you're in the group itself, and if you are have a sign or a display of dominance or trying to a bit more like defensive, meaning that you do not really talk, or also you're trying to dominate other people, then that would also lead to the shortcoming as well. Next one would be high expectation. So the high expectation here, meaning it's mostly referred to the salary itself. Yeah. So high expectation of salary for a newly fresh graduate is actually you see there tend to be a range, and what you guys being offered is actually really good if you are think of it, and so try to be not too to have too high expectation when it comes to that. You will eventually get to it, but if you're just finished and graduate or start working and you're expected like 8 or 1K, and that's not even possible. Next up is the lack of adaptability. So according to our employers, some of our students lack the ability to adapt to the environment or the workload itself, and it's actually not a really good thing. So to be adaptable to the situation is one of the core that you guys should start learning. And I think some of you are already in the student club, and the student club already teach you so how to adapt to the situation and adapt to the workload that you're having. So learning adapt to things help you even in a working environment. And next is no teamwork, and that one I also mentioned that working itself is not about where is it, your sole responsibility. When you're going into working, whether you like it or not, your action tend to have a consequence to other people. So be mindful of it and think or act before you do anything. So for instance, if I raise a matter of auditing, if you are going on an audit engagement, if you supposedly that you're responsible for doing account payable and you do not know how to do it and you do not say nothing at all, and when it comes to the deadline you just came up to your senior and say, bon, I haven't done this or done that, that's reflect your ability to not able to adapt to the situation, as well as there is no teamwork. So supposedly that you do not understand anything or do not have any clear guidance, just reach out to other people. Should it be your senior from the working or your seniors in CAMET? I mean, some of us like already graduate and willing to help you guys out. And yeah, I mentioned that part, like not seeking for clarification until the last minute. And when it comes to working, clarification is the key to achieving what you are trying to achieve. Meaning that before doing anything, you cannot just throw a ball with a blindfold. You must ask for a clear guidance, like how should I do this? How should I do that? I mean, sometimes it's not too much for asking for help. You just ask and clarify what is the task all about and try to make sure that you get a hang of it before you're trying to do it. So far, any questions? Okay, then moving to another part. Yeah. Okay, I mean, in certain extents, you can like you cannot actually ask for like a specific range. I mean the specific number, but you can actually ask them about the range. But let's say it's depend on the mood of the interviewer as well. So supposedly that the interviewer is pretty much outgoing and interactive, you may give a hint, like asking about the salary, but you cannot just go in straight out, bon, how much do I get for this position? Maybe instead, I wonder how or what would be the range for this position itself, considering the workload. You just so it's asking for the salary itself. I mean, it's the same way, but you just paraphrase it and make it sound more professional and nicely. Yeah. Any question? No? Okay. So next up, it's regarding the advice. So the advice itself is not really like advice, but more like a recommendation for you guys to take a hang of it, consider it, and apply it accordingly I mean, apply it and implement it according to your situation and context. So firstly, join extracurricular activity. I mean, not too much, not too little. Just give your time a moderate amount of time, and how much would you be willing to invest in it, and why so? So the activity itself does not only applicable to only student club, but every various activities that CAMED have to offer. For instance, like what I'm doing right now is also considered to be like an extracurricular activity. You guys just sit and listen and express opinions. Also, there's various actions as well, such as going to student club, and what does that have to offer? So people tend to think negatively when it comes to student club. So going to student club, you don't have to get all the fun of it. I mean, it's fun to go into that and learn from it, but you also try to get benefit from it. And what benefit, what I'm trying to infer is to learn soft skill from it. So the soft skill that we can learn from it is mainly would be teamwork, adaptability, and also communication. So going into student club, I mean, if you do not have like start off, do not have any friend in that club, you would just go in it, learn and understand how do other people work, and how, I mean, in short, how do their brain work, and try to learn from them, understand them. So the process of learning is actually not to memorize it, but learn the way how to feel about it and adapt it according to your context. So that's important. And also, you also get to learn various skills such as, where is it? Public relation or marketing as well. And next up would be willing to accept. I mean, willing to accept, I mean, the context is to say willing to accept to the level of your capability. So when it comes to working, you cannot just say yes to every task given to you. Supposedly that if it's too much, just say, bon, I think I'm already got my hand full of it. So why, but you just cannot straight up just reject it, but maybe phrase it a bit like nicely and said, bon, I cannot accept it, but I can assist on that. Meaning that you do not fully committed to that work, but you're able to assist people who do that work. And that's also important when it comes to working. So what I'm trying to infer is that learn to take up new challenges, but also do not take on all the tasks that were given to you. Let us say that to the level or the capability that you can adapt yourself to or able to do it according to your knowledge, according to your situation, experience, and so forth. But if you're willing to take up new challenges, just like I said once again, try to get advice from your senior as well. And linking to the other factor is also a responsibility for you to take up new challenges, supposedly that you want to be promoted and do all the good work and also get more salary. Yeah. And next up would be work hard. I mean, work hard, but try to balance yourself. I mean, work hard is good, be helpful is good, but try to maintain on the level that you do not put a lot of strain on yourself. I mean, by strain, not just physically, but also mentally. So mental is important when you're going to working, especially when you're in audit field. You have to deal with a lot of people of different manners, of different situation, of different position. So when you have a strong mentality, you're able to handle that work. But supposedly that you do not have a good mentality, I would say you're going to be depressed. But try to reach out before that happen. Supposedly that you cannot handle that person or you're trying to snap. Just reach out to someone you can trust. For instance, your seniors. When it comes to working, it's your senior or your engagement partner, so that they're able to handle your situation to the certain extent that were given according to the context. Also, try to be respectful toward everyone. So not everyone gonna have the same mentality as you. Not everyone gonna be so smart. So just be mindful of it and don't say something you don't mean it. Like supposedly that don't say harsh word when you're seeing that a person cannot do well like what you expected them to be. So be mindful of it. And last but not least is to believe in yourself that you can do all the work. But if you feel like you cannot, just once again reach out to someone that you think you can help them. And try to deal it with positivity. I mean, working is not gonna be all colorful. Sometimes it's gonna be gray or dark or black. But yeah, try to deal with it and control your emotions. Be resilient about your working and listen and contribute ideas when you're thinking that it's gonna be useful for work. Yeah, bear with me. Okay, so next up is gonna be a tip for recruitment. So according when it comes to writing tests, the general aspect of it would be covering around the area of FA2, F3, M2, MA2 and F2. So basically it's mostly revolving around financial accounting and management accounting. They're gonna ask you about, I mean, it's not all the time, but they might ask you about consolidated report, or sometimes it's gonna be some about inventory, or sometimes it's just gonna be simple as debit and credit, just to get your knowledge straight that you're able to handle the work. And supposedly that you're going to specific sector such as tax audit, they're gonna be like FAU or C-tax, for instance, just to straighten up your like to filter out who able to assist the work more effective and efficient rather than the others. And also there are going to be like an IQ test just to test out how you're able to handle the situation. And this one, it's yeah, it also there will be also a test on English writing. So in order to tackle this more efficient, first when you see something, do not straighten go toward the answer yet. Just read it like 1 or 2 times first in order to look what they're trying to say. And this also apply to the testing of general accounting and FAU as well. So I'm not sure how many of you have taken CBE exam yet, but it's pretty much similar. Sometimes the answer can be pretty much easy, but they tend to be tricky about it. So writing can also be like that. The answer is pretty much straight to the point, but try to get what they're trying to say first, and before you're trying to write the answers. And also the common question that they tend to ask would be, why would you apply for that position? Why their firm, and why should they select you? So you cannot just why that position or why their firm. You cannot just, oh, because I want the job. You cannot just say that. Maybe just try to sell the peanuts or trying to sell what you're trying to say. Like, oh, I want this because I feel like it's going to help me in achieving my future career path as an auditor in order to become like a professionals in the field. Some you can just write something like that. And why should they select you? And this is the time that you have to sell your ability, just but do not sell too much, because they gonna feel like you're being too exaggerated about it. So just choose a nice wording for it and just write about it. For instance, you have a creative thought or able to analyze something about the situation pretty well, and you're like a detail oriented person and something like that, but don't write too much or being too exaggerated. Being too exaggerated about it, because you're gonna feel too much like, where is the term? Oh, fake. Yeah. So just choose a nice wording for it and just write about it. Next slide. And the part about the interview revolving around able to communicate in English proficiently, of course, and be confident in yourself. And another part, once again, don't be too exaggerated about it. Don't feel overly prouded that you're able to do all the tasks good, or of your ability. Sometimes you just have to humble yourself, because they can decide whether you're fail or pass, depend on the attitude that you're displayed. And be passionate about it, so the answer that you're offered to the interviewer will also reflect the outcome, whether you're pass or fail. So try to be real about it. Like, why would you want the job? And before going to the interview, try to remember, like, why do I want the job, and what would be the job requirement, and how can I offer something to them? Because that type of question will come out one way or another. And sometimes they do not straight up asking you all that question, but instead they trying to question you, like, what would be the IFRS 18, for instance? What is it about? And what class is it? Sometimes they do not ask like that class, like specific class, but they tend to ask, what would happen? There is an error. They give you like a situation. If there is an error in the context that the inventory is destroyed and you have not recorded for a certain amount of number, what would you do? Because there is an error from previous year. So they tend to test you the knowledge on your adaptability in order to identify the problem and how to solve that problem given the solution, whether it's creative or straight up from the book. And last but not least, never hesitated to commit for work, but like once I say again, be mindful of your health as well. And this is the career path. So start off, you are going to start as an intern, then moving up to the associate. And the problems that I spoke regarding the commitment is either on the first step, which is the internship, or the senior levels. So try to get your mind straight when you're going to working. What would you want to achieve? And why is that? Because if you're wasting too much time switching from one job to another, you're never going to end up at your goal. So if you're set up your path to be like a CFO or like an partner of an engagement, just take a first step and trying to move yourself forward through building various achievement, for instance, and also try to build up your education attainment through joining various workshops that offered by the ACCA or the Kickbar itself, which is from Cambodia, and also trying to attain the qualification ACCA in order to prove that you are qualified for the position of the engagement, for instance, or a partner. And I think with that coming to an end of my session, do you have any questions?